Barakatah Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Wahakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders and great millstone who rule well, teach well with sincerity, honesty, and integrity. Brothers who's laboring in his truth, putting their life on the line, especially in these times. Salutations to you, brothers, and you very few sisters believe in the truth wholeheartedly, sincerely. Shalom to the whole for elect. All right, so I'm just make this brief, but if you know what's going on, you probably seen it. If you haven't seen it already, if a couple of camps just, they didn't display the conduct of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, how he wants us to display ourselves, man. We make mistakes, but matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead, man, real quick. What's it, Corinthians? All right, we'll go right here. 2 Corinthians 6:3, giving no, matter of fact, just straight to the point. 2 Corinthians 6:3, giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. All right. Let's see. Let me see what else we got real quick. Just want to see some. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to get. But there again, 2 Corinthians 6:3, giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. And when we go out on a day to day, we want to make sure this ministry is not blamed, and we're representing Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to the best of our abilities, to the best of our capabilities. All right. So when you go out there and you doing the work, whether you have, you feel like you have some of the truth, partial of the truth, or the whole truth, there's a way you ought to conduct yourself, man. All right. Matter of fact, conduct. Conduct meaning the manner in which a person behaves, especially on a particular occasion or in a particular context. All right, behavior, your performance, your comportment, your demeanor. Another one, the action or manner of managing an activity. So we're not conducting anything, right? So, but yeah, the first one, the manner in which a person behaves. All right, your behavior. The way in which one acts or conducts oneself, especially towards others. So it's a way that we've been commanded to move, and we're instructed a way that how we should operate on our day to day. And uh, it's Romans. So we'll go here. Romans 8:6. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. And our elder, the elder out there in Great Millstone, Boston, Elder Adama always tells us, and we're not part of the camp of Great Millstone, Boston, but we go there and fellowship with them. And they always tell us to at the end is is to be spiritual and do things where we're in this right spirit, man. And not to, and that's discussing this right here. Romans 8:6, for to be carnally minded is death. You see, because that's not how Yahweh Shai want us to be. It's to be carnally minded, right? And going and fist the cuffs and hand the fighting, like that's not what we're gonna do, right? But to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, but is not subject to the law of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right? You can go, we can keep on going. But ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit, if so be that the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the spirit of Hamashiach, he is none of his. And if Hamashiach Yahweh Shai be in you, the body is dead because of sin, but the spirit is life because of righteousness. You see? So it's the way we ought to conduct ourselves to do things spiritually, man. And if we have a altercation, or we get into, you may have someone that may, or come around that they're looking for an altercation. The scriptures clearly say, it's a quick one. I think this in Romans is 2 as well. I think it is peaceable, but let's see if. Oh, man. Okay. Yep. If Romans 12:18, if it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. Right? Let's start at number 17. Recompense to no man evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all men. You see? You're not out here looking to, conduct yourself in a manner way. Okay, if someone did, you just, man. For most of the time, man, there's no need for a physical altercation, man. You see, there's things that you can just. Matter of fact, we'll get that, but let's go ahead. Romans 12:17. Recompense to no man evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all men. Because we understand, like the scripture says, wait ye upon the Lord. Right? So ultimately, the Lord, the Spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to fight our battles, man. You see? If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. Even with our enemies, man. We got to go to work. We work on the, Esau, Edom, right? We work on the E. We still live peaceably with all men. And we know we waiting upon the Lord to get things back in order. And the Lord will put it in our spirit when the time is for us to be those battle axes, but not towards each other, man. Towards the enemy. All right? But right now, man, we're just doing the work, man. We're fishing, man. That's the job right now. It's fishing. All right? And then we'll be brought up as hunters. All right? But what else? Let's get that Proverbs 15:1. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. You see? The tongue of the wise uses knowledge aright, but the mouth of the fools poureth out foolishness, man. You see? So we have to conduct ourselves in a certain manner, right? Verse 3, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. So the Lord Yahweh and his angels is watching everything, man. A wholesome tongue is a tree of life, right? So you know there's power in the tongue. It's life and death in the tongue, roughly paraphrasing, right? The wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit. You see? Going back to first verse 1, a soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. So it's the way we ought to conduct ourselves when we out here, man, and the way we ought to speak to one another. Regardless if we disagree, we have different things and different doctrines or whatever. It's the way we still ought to conduct ourselves, man, and as representations. If we, whether it's different doctrines, we're still representing Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. We're representing the Lord, and we should have the fruits of the Spirit, man, to be meek, gentle, and more, etc. All right. You know, because we don't have to worry about going, you know, fighting hand to hand. Now, if it may lead to that, guess what? We have the right to defend ourselves, but we're not out there looking for physical altercations, man. We out there to do the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, making sure this ministry not be blamed, man. It's all about the Lord, man. It's all about ushering the Lord Yahweh Shai. It's not about us, man. It's not about our vain glory, any of this, man. It's not about anything, man, but Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That's it. None of this stuff that we concern ourselves with, man, doesn't mean anything if it doesn't further the gospel, man. Bottom line, right? How to view the mind. Yeah, man. Because you know what? The Lord is the one who gives us them, you know? Matter of fact, let me get that, and that'll be my last one. Because we ain't got to worry about. So right there, Proverbs 16:7. Yeah, we'll just get to the point. Proverbs 16:7. When a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him, man. So, man, your ways, your conduct has to be pleasing unto the Lord, man. And you wouldn't run into those type of issues often. Now, we also know that, you know, we're gonna have obstacles in this thing, man, of ours. But those type of issues that you seen, you won't run into them at all, actually. But you seen. But I'm talking about just in general, you know, just someone looking to put their hands on you, you know, because we got the angels that are camp around us, man, that's protecting us, man, right? But again, Proverbs 16:7, when a man's ways please the Lord, Yahweh, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him, man. You know, like the scripture says, I mean, right? See, when you conduct yourself in a certain manner, Luke 21:15, for I will give you a mouth and wisdom, you see, a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries should not be able to gainsay nor resist. Because your ways is pleasing unto the Lord, man. There's nothing that they can do with you, man. The Lord is the one who's going to give you the mouth. The Lord is going to give you have the angels of camp around you, man. You're not worried about, you know, looking to get in the fisticuffs, especially with a man that claims that he's within the circumcision, man, of the mind and the heart. All right. So, um, I had one came to mind. Let me read that back and maybe it'll come back. Luke 21:15. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom. There you go. Which all your adversaries should not be able to gainsay nor resist. And that's what it was. So, matter of fact, and I'll end it right here. So, Matthew 10. Um, Matthew 10:16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents, see that wisdom, and harmless as doves, man. See, it's a way you need to conduct yourself. We are commanded to conduct ourselves in a certain manner, man. All right. So with that, man, I pray this lesson was edifying. Shalom to the hopeful elect.